Have you discovered that money responds like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who understand how to summon it with the correct vibration? When you learn to command it, it doesn't just appear, but expands in surprising ways. There are unseen powers that decide how much money enters your life and how much moves away, and even working hard you may sense something blocking this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a revolutionary teacher of spiritual science, revealed something revolutionary. Money doesn't respond to need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught everyday women to command their money, and many increased their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is the decree of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of conscious energy that operates by specific laws. Money answers to the vibration of authority far more than to that of need. When you approach money as one who begs, you drive off it. When you come to it as one who commands, you draw it. Money functions like a well-trained soldier. If the commander wavers, the soldier doesn't act, but when the order is precise and resolute, money responds. In New York, Florence taught her students to take greater authority. Each morning, positioned in front of the mirror, they would stand tall, take deep breaths, and announce, "Divine money, I command you to expand in my life now. You stream toward me from all possible directions because I am a perfect channel of infinite abundance." The key was in the energy behind command, which needed to ring out as an irrevocable decree. Another important aspect is restoring the relationship with money. Florence said that money has energetic recall, and that our energy toward it leaves marks that determine whether it draws close or distances itself. If for years you've addressed money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you've chased off an expected guest. Most people have been calling money with the voice of scarcity and shame. Before directing your money, Florence taught reconciliation with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, release me from having seen you as my enemy. Today I understand that you are divine energy seeking to express itself through me. I respect you, esteem you, and embrace you into my life." This exercise was deep energetic reprogramming that totally shifted a person's vibration. Moving forward in this direction, Florence developed the divine transformation of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like invisible roots that dictate how much your prosperity can grow. You can labor intensely, but if the roots are corrupted, the tree will never yield abundant fruit. No one is born with lack mentality. We adopt them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" lodge themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process commenced with silence, where Florence asked them to examine, "What belief about money have I received and still carry?" Once recognized, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I return it. My mind grows clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance." Then they would implant new beliefs such as, "I am an heir to infinite abundance," or "money comes to me effortlessly." Beyond this, Florence taught the difference between desiring and demanding. Desires arises from lack. It's seeing what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand is born from the knowledge that something already belongs to divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," creating more experiences of not having. To demand is to proclaim, "It's mine and I receive it now," activating invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to create instead of competing. Florence emphasized, never compete for money, create it. Competing suggests scarcity. Creating indicates infinite abundance. Know that you can create new opportunities. When you compete, you focus on what others have. When you create, you align with the infinite source with distinctive fresh concepts. Each person has a distinct ability for producing wealth that, when expressed, not only generates income, but benefits others. Likewise, Florence taught the decree of complete dominion. It was an act of complete power over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, By my divine authority as a child of the Creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality shifts now. I command that all invisible forces work to multiply my money perpetually. The secret lies in knowing that the power to transform is already within you, and upon speaking it, the universe responds to obey. On the other hand, Florence taught the divine design of your abundance. The universe needs specific guidance. It was about detailing how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students devoted a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want to experience when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to create. The design must be formulated from a consciousness of shared abundance. With this in mind, the last step is to maintain prosperous consciousness. Awakening abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in sustaining it. Maintaining requires daily attention, sustaining the internal state that invokes it. This state is composed of gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle was to start each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance coming. When you offer appreciation in advance, you give a universe the signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally sanctify all money seen circulating, preventing envy from tainting your vibration. It's worth noting that prosperous giving was essential. It was about supporting causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like seeding in fertile ground. What you give flows back multiplied. The important thing is to feel that you participate in the universal flow. What you withhold out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to guard your mind, avoiding environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is a draw of your experience. Florence concluded with a powerful reminder. You are not a subject of economic circumstances. You are the creator of your financial reality. Money is your servant and ally. Now reaffirm your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity grows perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and preserve the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words resonated, write in the comments, I decree, to seal your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to recognize they're creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and enable the bell, because I will unveil more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who hesitate, but to those who command.